Hey everybody, welcome back to Pap's Train Show. Today we got something in the mail. We'll be unboxing it. Alright, let's open it up. Alright. Oh, peanuts. Let's see here. Something I ordered a couple weeks ago. Rectifier. An old Lionel rectifier. It said it was the Athearn version. It has the Athearn chassis. But it says built by Lionel. This is the Lionel version. If it was the Athearn version, it would probably not have that on there where it says built by Lionel. It would have a road number on it, I think back here somewhere, because these were built by Lionel. Lionel sold them. Athearn sold them 1958, 1959 for like a year or so. They had two road numbers. I think Lionel sold them up into the to the 60s sometime. It's got a rubber band chassis. It's missing the motor and everything. So it's not powered right now. That looks complete. It's just a little bent. We can fix that. No handrails. I ain't never seen one with handrails. It's got a part number in there. 0590-5. I would think this was Athearn version, it would not have the built by Lionel. Even though it was built by Lionel, they wouldn't have that on there. So it's probably a Lionel one. Now Lionel and Athearn worked together on a few projects back in late 50s, early 60s. So it's possible it could have an Athearn drive and be a Lionel locomotive. And they used all different kinds of parts back then, I do believe. So I know there was an auto carrier car in HO scale that was made by Lionel that Athearn sold to about the same time this was. I think I read where Athearn made the tooling for it for Lionel, and Lionel made them, and Athearn sold them for a very short time, like a year or so. They had two different road numbers for Athearn. And Athearn only made the Virginia style, while Lionel has the Virginian and the New Haven and the Pennsylvania, I think. So, but I think these were when Athearn had to paint theirs, but they didn't have the built by Lionel on them. And this one don't have no road number on it either. But this is built by Lionel. So this is probably a real Lionel one. And it's hard to find them with these still on there. Most of the ones I've seen are always broke off. But this is an Athearn chassis. Old rubber band style. So I may not rebuild this because they don't run that good. And put the superpower chassis in it with the brass flywheels. Should make it run real good. I think I got one. We'll see if it fits. I got this beautiful Conrail GP9. It should be the same chassis. I'm not sure, but we're going to see. I don't know if I use this locomotive chassis permanently. This is a nice locomotive. I bought it at a train show last year. It's still in the box. I don't even think I've ran it on the layout yet, except for a test. So there's the chassis. I think it'll fit, because it's the same chassis they used out of the old ones when they built this model. They used the GP9 chassis. Yep. Get it on there straight. See the coupler sitting up here. Yep. We're going to have to widen that front just a hair for the coupler to fit in there. The back one doesn't matter. So, try it again. Seems like it's still fitting somewhere. Let's see. Might be the headlight. Let's see here. Oops, is it coupler? There it is. The front's not going in all the way. Might be the headlight. Let's see here. I don't think so. Almost like that not fitting in there correctly. There we go. That might be it. Nope, I think it is the headlight. I think the headlight is hitting. So let's just pop it off there. Maybe. It is the headlight, and we'll just replace it with the LED. So, pop that off. That back just a hair. Well, if it ain't, I can put it right back together. Might be those. Might not be in the headlight. Yeah. Alright. May not have been the headlight. Try these things. Little plastic tab here, here. They're sticking down. It's like part of where the handrail was supposed to go in originally. Just scrape those off. Won't hurt nothing. And the value of these things, or whatever you want to pay for them, I didn't pay very much for this. But it doesn't run. I don't know what they're worth. But it's my train now, my engine. And I want it to run good. So we'll put a good chassis in it. Be nice to have one of these that actually ran good. There's another rib there, but I don't know if it's still thick. It's still rubbing. Where the couplers go. See there? Just a hair. I think this one might get a repaint. You know, a lot of people think it's original, don't mess with it. But I want something, I want one that's nice, you know. So I'll repaint it. Probably even to a different road name. A lot of ones are kind of rare, but you see them all the time on eBay. So, but I would like to have one that runs good. So that's why I like to get a chassis like this put in it. It's easy to work on. Parts are easy. If something happens, you can find one of these chassis for a decent price, and or parts or whatever you need, motor mounts or whatever. You know, the old rubber band chassis ain't gonna run that good, and parts are not real easy to find sometimes. I mean, it's not much to them, but I'd rather have one of these so it'd run. You know, pull some cars like it's supposed to. You know, and there we go. I think that, well, just about did it. Back fits in there great. It's the front. Let's take them other ones off. Two more of those little tabs. I don't know why. This shouldn't be causing any problem though. Ain't causing any problem on the back. Let's see. No. The only one that would be causing problems would be those first two because it's raised up right here. So it's probably still take a little more off the just a little modification. On the other side. Just follow it. It says it shouldn't need too much. It's real close anyway. See if that's any closer. It fits in there better. Let's see. Oh. I don't want it to sit flat. It sits flat in the back, not in the front. It's not hitting those. Let's see. Might be hitting these two. Because this section here is raised up just a little bit. And this is flat. Let's scrape those off. Try to do this without a couple fingers off. I've been looking for these locomotives for a while. They've been not been able to find a nice one that's complete with the thing here. But I got lucky on this one. You'd all be crazy. You knew what I paid for it. Let's just say it was under $20. Well under $20. And on eBay. Let's see what that does. Maybe I have to take the other ones off too. Uh-oh. So weird. So close. Oh. Oh. Would help put it on the right direction, wouldn't it? Let's see here. I think it's still hitting something. So, yep. Take the other ones off. I got a better razor. Don't know. This one might be better. Yep. Big old piece of flashing or something in there too. Alright. Hopefully this is it. I think that just about did. Yep. That looks pretty good. Now it fits in there. I also wonder if it'll fit with the headlight. So let's put the headlight back on. Let the headlight back on. Alright. Maybe. Make this stuff for people with little fingers. There we go. Headlights back on. Touching. Hopefully it'll work. Let's see what that does. Be nice if it fits with that headlight in there. Oh, look at that. You did. So, now this thing's a little bent up and all that. If we can straighten it out just a little bit. The big pliers. You can try to straighten it out a little bit. Looks like some of it's going to need soldered. Yeah, we'll do that later. Have to do some soldering, looks like. It's all there, it's just a couple pieces that came off from the solder. Like this one, and this one over here. So, trying to stick it back in them. That was broke. Maybe. Actually, this came apart. They're bent a little bit. So, nothing too major. Push it down. So let's take it over and see if it runs with the new chassis. All right. Keep your fingers crossed. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Took off. Let's watch it over here. See if the light's working. I think it came off the track. Sounds like it came off the track somewhere. Oh, the thing came up and it hit the tunnel. Oh, I see. Probably why a lot of them got broke over the years. Yep. We're gonna have to fix that so it don't come up. There, we gotta fix it. It won't come up. There's a little hook on there. A little hook and it wasn't hooked. So we'll try it again. Or turn it off. Alright, here we go. I don't even have it turned up all the way. Got through the tunnel that time. Oh, there it comes. I'll watch it come by the little town here. See, with the rubber band chassis, it would never run that good. There it is, the old Lionel rectifier with a blue box Athearn chassis put in it. Like I said, I'm probably going to repaint this one. I'm going to fix all that. Probably do just a little solder and solder some of that back together. But repaint, I think. It's pretty worn. Pretty dirty. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. See, the front decal is about gone. With the stripes and all that. And I've looked for these decals. I really can't find anything. Could clean it up and make it look like it's an older one. I don't know. Decisions. I was thinking about repainting and doing a Virginia and an Ohio locomotive with it. That would probably look really cool with one of these. Virginia and Ohio probably never had any, but would look good as Virginia and Ohio. As value-wise, it wouldn't hurt it. Some people would be like, oh, that's original one. Why would you want to do that to it? If somebody's got a little sticker on the top. You know. Yes, I tell people, original or not, it's your trains. Do what you want with them. You know. As long as I give it a good paint job, it still holds its value. I mean, there's quite a few of these out there. Just kind of hard to find sometimes. So I would think this one is the Lionel version, because it says built by Lionel right there in the front nose on both sides. Like I said, if this was the Athearn version, it wouldn't have that on there. I know the Athearn versions have, back here on the back, they have the road numbers. I believe right back in here somewhere. And they only made 2 road numbers. And maybe one of these days I can find one of those. And I'm not sure what chassis originally I've always seen that with the Lionel chassis. I have an original Lionel chassis over there, but problem is it runs, but it doesn't run as good as one of these chassis. So I want to use it on the layout. I want to be able to use it on the layout, pull cars and stuff. So switch it to the blue box chassis. It's got a lot more power, better speed, low speed, pulling power. Rubber band chassis, probably if I was to put it together, it wouldn't pull as good, run as good, and probably always have to change them stupid rubber bands. I mean, probably in the late 50s, early 60s, this was probably state of the art, if you know what I mean. But you know, nowadays, blue box chassis is 10 times better, and it fits right in there. And all these do is the GP9 chassis, Athearn chassis will fit right in there. I just had to do a little modification for this one, but nothing major, which is good. So they got the side mount holes here for the chassis, and even though it says Lionel, you know, it's Athearn style. So from what I read, the Athearn made the tooling for these for Lionel. Lionel made these, and then somehow Athearn ended up with some of these shells and repainted them They only did the Virginia ones for 58, 59 years. 1958 to 1959. It's only about a year or so, maybe a little bit longer. And I'm not sure if they ever advertised them. But I said the Athearn ones, I believe, have the road numbers back here. And the Lionel ones will say built by Lionel up front, like a lot of their other locomotives and train cars that they made back in the 60s, early 60s, and on up into the 70s. A lot of them will say built by Lionel. But other than that, they're the same. And the chassis, I'd say Lionel and Athearn probably swapped back and I'd say Lionel probably started out using Athearn. This might be the original chassis for this locomotive. But somebody had took the engine out and motor out and all that. They may have used Athearn rubber band style. So, but for a very short time, I would think. Because then they just changed over to the original Lionel chassis, I believe. I've seen a lot of those. So, but I just want one that runs good, so we put the blue box chassis under it. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video on the Lionel rectifier HO scale. Finally got one. I put the new different chassis in it because I want it to run good. So I may do a repaint or just clean it up. I don't know. We'll think about it for a while. Would like to put some handrails on them though. I've never seen one with handrails, so I'll probably do Athearn style handrails. I'll have to order some uprights and stuff. I don't think I got enough to actually build a complete set. But I thank you all for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. See ya.